Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck and happy July 5th. That's the holiday, right? Right? Okay. So I'm back with a quick little review, and today we're taking a look at from the G.I. Joe Classified series. This is Spirit, Iron Knife, and his Eagle Freedom. Funny enough, I'm going to mention this right off the bat. Nowhere on the packaging does it mention the name of Freedom. Now, as we all know, if it's sold in the main toy aisle, it is predominantly made for kids. So I think it would be important to make sure that kids know the name of Spirit's companion, Freedom. Now, obviously, Joe collectors for decades have know the name Freedom and all that, but kids don't. So that makes me kind of wonder if wink, wink, nudge, nudge, the classified series really isn't for kids and is designed for adult collectors, which would be something that stores would want to know because they wouldn't put it in the main toy aisle. But then again, I think for 20 years now, we've kind of realized that there was a shift and that adults have been primarily buying action figures and toys for themselves. This is actually a very nice set. I'm really surprised it was sold at the regular classified price point. With what it comes with, I would expect this to be a deluxe set because not only do you get weapons and stuff for Spirit, but Freedom has articulation in its head and wings, and in fact, interchangeable wings. So there's a lot going on there. So, how about we take a moment, strip everything down, and take a closer look at Spirit and Freedom. Alrighty, so here I have gone ahead and stripped Spirit down. Just remove the accessories from the figure. And I gotta say, starting off looking at the figure, great figure, classic look with a modern aesthetic. The muted colors, the real world muted colors, more of a stern face. I got to admit, Spirit has always been a very iconic G.I. Joe character to me. And I know this is going to ruffle some feathers, but I personally feel the rivalry between him and Storm Shadow from the cartoons was far better than the rivalry between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow from the comics. If you remember, I think it was one of the third episode of the Weather Dominator miniseries where Spirit and Storm Shadow realize they have to work together if they're going to survive. And it was after quiet meditation, after some conflict, that they realized that they were equals in terms of that physical ability. And then they meditated to find a solution, and Spirit came up with it, and they worked together. Brilliant storytelling. One thing that I am impressed, and I want to point out, is Spirit's head. As always, Spirit has the traditional, Native American hairstyle. Um, and depending on the figure, a lot of times the braids, the tails could get in the way. But the way it's positioned here, you have that full range of movement. Other than that, this is your standard GI Joe body. So which means we have the butterfly joints in the shoulders, universal in the chest for the shoulder, universal joint in the shoulder proper, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow with the faux ratchet, wrist swivel. On the left wrist, you have the up and down movement, and on the right wrist, it's in and out. Personally, I would have liked to have seen that reversed, since I've always known Spirit to hold his rifle right-handed, and I think it would make it a little bit easier. Although trying to hold it left-handed, which I did do, the harness here gets a little bit in the way for a close-up shot. Moving down, ab crunch, waist rotation, drop down, ball jointed hips, double jointed faux ratcheting knees, calf swivel, ankle forward and back, ankle faux ratcheting, as well as ankle pivot. Now, moving along to the accessories for Spirit. First, we're going to start off Nice little, I think the M12 handgun, standard side issue. And and if you notice, it is a handgun, not a laser pistol. I think we can now safely say that those early designs were really for the benefit of the G.I. Joe video game. Then we have this very basic knife that can fit into the sheath here. Nothing special, you know. Obviously, I do love weapon storage on the figure. And let me just stop right now and point out that Spirit comes with his traditional knife. And oh boy, just see if I can focus in. There we go. Very nice Damascus style of blade. Obviously, this is something that was handmade. I'm trying to keep it in focus here. Very nice. Obviously something, and it fits right here into the homemade sheath, clearly homemade on his chest. Moving along, we have his iconic dart rifle. That can fit in either hand. Either hand has a trigger finger. But what's really cool is, again, weapon storage is you can peg it into the side here, into the backpack, and the backpack can fit into the back. Let me just move Spirit's arms out of the way. And there you go. You have a totally kit out Spirit. But we're not done yet. Let's take a look at Freedom. Freedom here. I was a little nervous. The head came broken in the packaging. So, you know, but it's on a ball joint and a hinge, so you do have a nice range of movement there. The wings, as I mentioned, are on ball joints. They do pop off, which I might as well do right now. And as you saw, they can be swapped for these splayed out wings, but I think we're going to leave the quiet wings, and they are marked, by the way, on right now. Forward and back movement in the leg, and you do have rotation there in the ankle. So just pop those back on, and then there's a couple different ways you can have have Freedom stored on Spirit. Posts in the feet, holes in the backpack, or if you notice, he has this gauntlet on his forearm. There's some holes there, and you can basically post Freedom onto Spirit's forearm, as if, you know, Spirit is going to talk to him like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, just position it just a little, so it looks a little. You might want to just, if you're going to try to position Freedom, you might want to work with the legs a little to get them posed. And there you go. And you can bring Freedom down a little more. I mean, it would have been nice if there was a rotation here at the forearm so we can keep the elbow straight. Also, as you notice, the peg sometimes does like to come off if you fiddle with it a lot. That's actually why I was using a stand in the beginning, just to help with the balance. But really nice figure. Fantastic addition to the G.I. Joe collection. Again, as I said, iconic character. I'm happy to have him. So let's pause, and we'll come back with my final thoughts. Okay, full disclosure, I'm going to have to rush this ending because my phone started overheating and stopped filming. This is like the second time doing a review this has happened, so I'm not really sure what's going on. A little disappointed, but I got Spirit with Freedom off of Amazon.com. It's probably not in stock right now because they're fulfilling pre-orders, but should be in stock soon. Definitely worth the pickup. Core character, important to be added to the collection. This is your old pal Chuck. If you like this review, like, comment, subscribe. Really helps the algorithms. For Spirit and Freedom, we will see you next time.